Welcome back to the 2025 Hanna-Barbera Summer. And tonight I'm going to be talking about the characters Ruff and Reddy, who starred in their very own show, which was also the very first cartoon that was made for television by Hanna-Barbera. It premiered in 1957. And unfortunately, this show is becoming lost to time because you can't stream it, and you can't buy it physically or even digitally. Which means I had to get a little bit more creative for this video, because really all I found online was fragmented segments, and it didn't really make for a cohesive story experience and didn't really get me to experience the show. So I was just on thrift books, and I found this, which was the Ruff and Reddy Little Golden Book. Now, I decided why not? This was a great little introduction to the characters of Ruff and Reddy, and I thought, why not? Now, if you can tell by the cover, it involves Ruff and Reddy and these 5 hats, which are not really the kind of the same hats that you'll see in the story, but what these hats are, they are from Professor Gizmo. And yes, as you can tell, this copy I got is missing a page. I didn't spend that much money on this, so I'm not overly complaining. It's just a page. But as you can tell, Professor Gizmo is a scientist and inventor, and Ruff and Reddy are their helpers to deliver all these hats to these individuals. Now, these are not normal hats. These hats are really kind of cool because they actually allow each of these individuals a different skill to have now. So the cook's hat is spot-proof, which means it can't get messy. The baseball hat is basically bounce-proof, so nothing will hit against it. The mailman's hat is rain-proof. The Native American hat keeps all the feathers up, and the clown hat is foolproof, which I think is kind of a hilarious play of words, but that means any of their antics, it won't fall off. And of course, here is Professor Gizmo with all of their little beakers and science experiments all around them. And speaking of that drawing, I like the art style in this. I think it definitely captured the style of Hanna-Barbera, and it definitely kind of just felt like, I said a lot with like my Scooby-Doo book reviews, like they captured just imagery from the show and put it to book form. But yep, basically in their small little wagon, they go to each of these individuals and they pick up different items like a cake, then they get the baseball player, and the mailman, and then they get the Native American who does a little rain dance. It's from the 50s. But poor Ruff and Reddy. But I really find it cool at the end how all of these individuals are so happy that Ruff and Reddy helped them out that they threw them a little circus. And Professor Gizmo is so happy that he even got them a scooter, which makes a lot better sense for them to move around the place if they're going to deliver stuff. That wagon I don't think was really helping them out. But yeah, overall, this is just a quaint little story. You know, I don't know how well it really captures the show, because I've only seen really clips of it. But it's just a really kind of cool piece of Hanna-Barbera history captured in book form. And yeah, I would definitely recommend if you can track it down, you might want to read this. But it is kind of a real shame that Ruff and Reddy are being forgotten. Because really, this is such an important piece of Hanna-Barbera history. And I would definitely recommend it. At least try watching those clips. I think you'll enjoy them. But if you can't, track down some of the books. It's kind of nice to have a physical representation of these characters. Have you all read the Ruff and Reddy Golden Book or even seen the show? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you all in 2 weeks for the next episode of the 2025 Hanna-Barbera Summer. Bye, everyone.